Okay, so I've covered a Jenny duel and 2 onomatopoeia duels. I think it's long overdue that I address the dinosaur in the room. And now I think it's finally time to give Brauno her time in the spotlight. Especially since it's connected to the closest thing Stevens has to his story arc anyway, but enough rambling, let's get on to the plot. Team Bitchslap are the second best ranked team in their hometown. Brauno has already beaten the Ally of Justice guy, and Onomatopoeia beat the Blackwing guy, whose name is apparently Mark. Hey, it beats not having a name at all, right? Anyway, all they have to do is defeat Copter of Team Overdrive, and they'll be the new #1s. And fortunately, Onomatopoeia knows everything about him. How? She looked him up on Facebook. Hey, it was modern at the time, and at least she didn't say it was on MySpace. Brauno is Onomatopoeia's best friend, and has been with her since episode 1. Still, she's pretty new to dueling, and Onomatopoeia has been giving her advice on how to be a better duelist. Granted, it's onomatopoeia, so her advice is to learn to swim by jumping in the shark tank, but crazy advice is better than no advice. Plus, it shows how much faith she has in Brauno. So much so that she has Brauno represent them in the big duel against Copter. But of course, before they go, Onomatopoeia needs her win, so quickly performs an FDK on Brauno. Hey, in order to build them up, you gotta knock them down first, right? At least I think that's the Sun Tzu quote. I never finished reading The Art of War Rocks. Now, am I really going to analyze a duel that lasts one turn consisting of doing the same thing over and over again? The duel begins, and it's the final turn of the duel. Onomatopoeia goes, and her opening hand contains 2 copies of Alister Star Beast, Gore's Emissary of Darkness, Kakimiro Doom, Dark Armed Dragon, and Genocide ally Birdman. She normal summons Kakimiro Doom in attack mode. Next, she activates the effect of one of the Galluses in her hand. With it, she mills the top card on her deck, and if it's a monster, Gallus is summoned, and Brauno takes 200 points of damage for every level the monster's scent had. She mills Tragodia, level 10, so Brauno takes 2,000 points of damage, and Gallus is summoned. After that, she activates the effect of the Dark attribute Genocide ally Birdman in her hand. By returning Gallus to her hand, Birdman can be special summoned, but Miro Doom's effect makes it so the effect of dark monsters are negated. But returning Gallus to the hand is a cost, so Gallus is returned, but Birdman is not summoned. And since no card in this combo is once per turn, Onomatopoeia can exploit this over and over again. Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't dying, but it sure had a lot of assassination attempts. Now Onomatopoeia repeatedly uses her combo, milling level 3 Gale, 600, level 2 Raiko, 400, level 4 Armageddon Knight, 800, level 6 Chaos Sorcerer, 1200, level 4 Dark Grepher, 800, a level 7 we don't see, so that's 1400, level 2 Plague Spreader Zombie, 400 damage, and finally, the spell Pod Duality, so Gallus is sent to the grave, and Brauno survives with just 400 life points left. Onomatopoeia accuses Brauno of deck stacking. It's the only way to explain her luck running out, and now she has to actually play the game. Or at least she would, if she didn't open with the second copy of Gallus. She activates the effect of her second Gallus, mills level 3 Necrogarda, 600 damage, and Onomatopoeia wins the duel before Brauno even gets to play. Isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Fun? So was Brauno about to defeat Onomatopoeia? Only if Onomatopoeia didn't mill any monsters the second time, or at all, quite frankly. Or if she didn't open with 2 Galluses, or maybe if Brauno opened with an effect failure. Except Doom negates the effects of dark and light monsters, so no, she was screwed either way, even in that circumstance. Lady Luck just hated her today. Well, I hope she has better luck when she faces Copter. Oh right, the point of the episode. After the duel, Team Bitchslap walk into Copter's workplace, where he's apparently the only guy on duty. Must be a lunch break. Onomatopoeia introduces herself and her team, but Copter already knows all about them. But he didn't have to check Facebook. They beat his teammates, so he found out through them. Copter brags about topping over 50 regionals and says he's more than a match for Brauno. Onomatopoeia says she'll win because she trained her personally and tells Brauno to let him have it. Man, Onomatopoeia is not only a pro duelist, she's a pro speaking for other people. Literally, Brauno doesn't say a single word until Onomatopoeia wishes her luck. And Jenny's here for a paycheck. She doesn't actually have anything to say, but she's on the team, so she's here too. But whatever, the duel is set up, so let's quit our stalling and get brawling. The duel begins and Brauno goes first. She draws and her opening hand contains Dirac Dino, Shrink, Dirac Velo, Book of Moon, Dirac Aolo, and Dirac Guaiba. Brauno decides to start small and simple. She sets Book of Moon face down, then sets Dirac Dino in face down defense mode. she ends her turn. Now this was a fine first turn, not going all wombo combo early on, but she basically just screwed herself off early on. The optimal play is to summon Dirac Velo and set both quick play spell cards. That way you have 2 lines of defense, and even if Copter manages to get around them and destroy Velo, Velo can special summon a new Dirac monster if it's destroyed by battle in attack position. So while I applaud her for not going full force turn 1, this is a situation where it would have been fine. Now let's see what Copter does. It's Copter's turn. He draws, and his opening hand contains Summoner Monk, Forbidden Lance, Genix Controller, Genix Undyne, Limiter Removal, and Genix Neutron. He normal summons Genix Neutron. He enters his battle phase and orders it to attack Brauno's set monster. Brauno responds with her quick play spell card, Book of Moon. This will set Neutron in face down defense mode and thus cancel its attack. Or at least it would if Copter didn't chain with Forbidden Lance. Now Neutron loses 800 attack points, but is immune to all other spell or trap card effects. So Brauno's book gets slammed shut. Neutron's attack continues and Dino is destroyed. Main phase 2, Copter sets Limiter Removal face down and ends his turn. And during his end phase, Genix Neutron's effect activates, letting Copter search any machine tuner monster with 1500 or less attack from his deck to his hand. He takes Genix Ally Birdman. Also, Neutron's attack returns to normal. Now see, this is the downside of holding back. Now you're at the risk of being overwhelmed. If she had simply summoned her Dino or Velo, she'd have a 1700 attack point monster out. And even if Copter uses Lance to dodge Book of Moon, now you're the one with the stronger monster, so Copter can't attack and you don't lose your monster. But if you use Shrink and he responds with Limiter Removal, Neutron wins the fight but will be destroyed at the end phase. The search will still occur, but now he's wide open, except for a Lance that he probably set just to have some defense. And again, if it was Velo summoned, you get a monster after the destruction, while Copter doesn't, and now you have more of an advantage. I am pro holding back rather than just jumping into the deep end head first, but I like how overconfidence can sometimes land you in hot water. Sometimes overcautiousness can as well. So sorry Brauno, but you made a misplay early on, and it's gonna have a domino effect. We'll worry about that later. For right now, it's Brauno's turn. She draws and gets Dirac Stariko. She normal summons Dirac Guaiba in attack mode. Battle phase, she has it attack Genix Neutron, and during the damage step, she activates Shrink, halving Neutron's attack points. But before the attack connects, Copter reveals his set Limiter Removal, doubling his Neutron's attack points and putting them back to normal. Neutron destroys Guaiba, and Brauno takes 100 damage. Brauno ends her turn there, unable to do anything else. So Neutron is destroyed due to Limiter Removal's effect. Just to address it, yeah, Brauno could have used her Shrink before entering the battle phase. That way she could choose whether or not to attack instead of just being locked in. But I think she had waited just in case that face down was a Sakuratsu armor or a Mirror Force. Copter isn't going to waste one of those on basically a suiciding monster. Plus, even if she did use the Shrink early, Copter would still use Limiter Removal during the damage step. Because why would he spring the trap early? So, no misplay from Brauno. It's Copter's turn. He draws and gets Genix Ally Crusher. He normal summons Genix Undyne. Its effect activates on summon, sending a water monster like Fishboard Blaster from his deck to the graveyard to add another Genix controller from his deck to his hand. Now for Blaster's effect, since he controls a level 3 Water Undyne, he discards the new controller to special summon Blaster from the grave. Next he activates the effect of the Birdman in his hand, returning Blaster to his hand to special summon Birdman. And with no Quackimiro Doom in sight, it's properly summoned. Battle phase, Copter orders Undyne and Birdman to attack directly, dealing 2600 points of damage to Brauno. Main phase 2, Copter has his level 3 Birdman tune his level 3 Undyne to synchro summon level 6 Brauno, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Copter ends his turn. It's Brauno's turn. She draws and gets Forbidden Chalice. Brauno takes a second to stop and consider her options. She then normal summons Dirac Velo in attack mode. After that, she sets Forbidden Chalice face down and ends her turn. It's Copter's turn. He draws and gets Genix Ally Duradark. Copter activates Brionex's effect, discarding his Crusher to try to bounce Velo back to Brauno's hand. But Brauno chains with her set Forbidden Lance, targeting Brionic, so it now gains 400 attack points but loses its effect. So Copter discarded for nothing. Copter's fine with this though, as he simply normal summons his Fishboard Blaster. He then has his level 1 Fishboard Blaster tune his level 6 Brionek to synchro summon level 7 Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Copter activates Gungnir's effect. By discarding his Duradark, it destroys Velo. Battle phase, Gungnir attacks directly, reducing Brauno to just 2,800 life points. Copter ends his turn. It's Brauno's turn. She draws and gets Creature Swap. Now she can start to turn this all around. She normal summons Dirac Stariko. Next she activates Creature Swap, so both her and Copter have to swap control of their monsters. Copter gets Stariko and Brauno gets Gungnir. Battle phase, Brauno orders Gungnir to attack Stariko. Stariko is destroyed and Copter takes 2,000 points of damage. But that's not all. Because Stariko was destroyed by battle, Brauno gets 2 Dirac tokens in defense mode. Level 1 fire dinosaurs with no attack or defense. Brauno ends her turn here, happy that things are finally turning around for her. It's Copter's turn. He draws and gets Swing of Memories. He normal summons Summoner Monk, and its on-summon effect activates, switching itself into defense mode. Now its second effect activates. By discarding his spell Swing of Memories, he can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from his deck. He summons Genex Blast Fan. Blast Fan's effect activates. Since it was special summoned, letting Copter add 1 Dark Genex monster from his deck to his hand. He takes a second Birdman. He then uses his new Birdman's effect, returning Blast Fan to his hand to special summon it. And because Blast Fan was Wind attribute, Birdman gains 500 attack points. But that doesn't matter, because he now has level 3 Birdman to his level 4 Spellcaster Summoner Monk to Synchro Summon level 7 Arcanite Magician in defense mode. Its effect activates on summon, giving it 2 spell counters, and for every spell counter it has, it gains 1,000 attack points. Copter then uses Arcanite's other effect. By removing a spell counter, he can destroy a card the opponent controls. He removes 2 counters, then destroys Gungnir and one of Brauno's tokens. Copter ends his turn. Now I was going to give a misplay to Copter for summoning Arcanite in defense mode, since if he left it in attack mode, he could also destroy the final token, but with the benefit of hindsight, it's good that he didn't do that, since if he did, Brauno would have an extra resource for later, with that enemy controller she's about to top deck. Plus, you probably noticed that Brauno's monsters cap at 1,700 attack points, so with 1,800 defense points, Arcanite should be safe. Yes, he still has 6,000 life points, but it's more about controlling the advantage rather than just keeping the life points. Plus, you'd have a 400 attack point monster in attack mode, so that's just not good game plan overall. So in other words, getting the lead is easy. Keeping the lead is the hard part. But yeah, no misplays. Moving on, it's Brauno's turn, and the penultimate turn of the duel. She draws and gets Enemy Controller. She summons Dirac Aolo to the field. She activates its effect, triggering it to revive a level 4 Dirac monster from her graveyard, besides another Aolo. She revives Guaiba. Next she activates Enemy Controller, using its first effect to force Arcanite into attack mode. Battle phase, Guaiba attacks and destroys Arcanite. Copter takes 1,300 damage and is down to 4,700 life points. And since Guaiba destroyed a monster in battle, Brauno can special summon another Dirac monster from her deck, but it cannot attack this turn. She special summons the level 2 tuner Dirac Gallon. Main phase 2, Brauno has her level 2 Gallon tuner level 6 Guaiba and level 1 token to Synchro Summon level 7
Dirac Giganato.
And due to its effect, all Dirac monsters gain 200 attack points for every Dirac in the graveyard. With 6 there, it has a total of 3,300 attack points. Brauno ends her turn. It's Copter's turn, and the final turn of the duel. He draws and gets Cyber Dragon. First things first, he special summons Cyber Dragon. Next he normal summons the tuner Genex Controller. He then has a level 3 controller tune his level 5 Cyber Dragon to Synchro Summon level 8
Genex Ally Axel.
He activates the effect by discarding a card, Blast Fan. He can revive any Genex monster from his graveyard with its attack points doubled. Copter revives Genex Neutron with 3,600 attack points. Copter enters his battle phase and has Neutron attack and destroy Giganato. Axel then attacks directly, winning Copter the duel and ensuring that his team remains number 1. At least for now. Also, Onomatopoeia swears off insta-kill decks for good, so Brauno at least got 1 win today. So was Brauno about to defeat Copter? Well, I'd say there's certainly a possibility there. Her best chance came on the first turn. As I discussed, if she had set both of her quick plays early on, it would have given her an advantage early on. Thing is though, that Copter had a counter for almost every one of Brauno's moves. The only thing that caught him off guard was Creature Swap, but that's because most people don't plan for their stuff getting stolen. But the plays suit the characters, really. Brauno is still pretty new to the game, so made some rookie mistakes, while Copter has had regional wins as well as being a mod on Pojo forums. The fact Brauno even gave him a challenge is commendable. and proves that while she's not a pro yet, she certainly has the makings to become one in the future. But what do you all think? Did you notice any misplays that I missed? Be sure to let me know in the comments below, and be sure to check out X Steven's channel if you haven't already. Links in the description. But with all that said, I thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and hope to see all of you next time. Later.